Hello, welcome to Whitetail Weekly. This week's episode, it's all about the kids as we participate in Michigan's 2023 youth hunt season. Both my son and my daughter were able to come out and participate in that season, and they were both lucky enough to take bucks during their hunts. We're going to take you on both those hunts starting right now.
Welcome to the 2023 youth hunting season.
It's the first morning of the season, and I'll be honest, I was a little surprised that she wanted to get up and hunt. So we don't have a ton of early season morning stuff, so we're on the edge of this winter wheat field, just kind of doing a little run and gun for this first morning, but we're hanging our hopes more on the evenings. But we're going to give it a shot this morning and see what happens. Like I said, we're doing a little run and gun on the side of this field, so we'll probably work our way. We're about halfway to the back. We'll probably work our way to the next little bump edge of these woods where you can see the actual back of the field and sit there for a little bit and see what happens. And then, like I said, we're more hanging our hopes on the evening, so we're pretty excited for the evening, but we're going to have some fun this morning too. Alright, well, we moved kind of to the back corner of this field. I actually have a tree stand right up behind us, and this is an area we saw some deer last night when we were getting to the cabin. There were some deer back here. On the back side of this fence row in front of us is a cornfield, so I know they'll feel pretty comfortable coming out of that corn and hitting this wheat pretty much any time of the day. So we're going to stay here for a little bit, and then we'll head back if we don't see anything after a little while. So. Stop him.
Yes, please.
Want me to stop him?
Yes, please.
Merp.
I don't know if I got him or not. I can't tell. I was right where I was supposed to be.
Okay. How was that?
That was awesome. That had to be at least a 6 point. That was exactly what I was looking for. That's loud for not having earmuffs.
Well, we just got a poke at one. I haven't looked at the footage. We'll take a look. She couldn't tell if she hit him or not, but how'd you feel when you were aiming?
Good. I was exactly where I was supposed to be. Right behind, went up the leg and I went right behind it.
Nice.
I was a little worried he was going to run away because I was taking a
No,
bit.
you had all the time. You were perfect. We got a little caught off guard. We were just sitting here.
And he just walked at me.
Oh, you're okay. We were just sitting here talking. She didn't have her earmuffs out or anything, and all of a sudden, nice buck. I hate to break it to you, he's not a 6-point. He's an 8-point.
What? He's not.
Yeah, we'll see. He's a pretty nice deer. So we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna look at the footage. I'm hand filming, so we'll see if I got it on film. But we'll take a look and see.
I got a bit more footage this time. Last time I got a deer.
Yeah.
Apparently I can only get bucks. Bucks are the only thing that'll let me shoot at them.
Yeah, those are too weary. Those bucks, they just do.
Bucks, boy, so silly.
Well, let's take a look at this footage and see. Stop him.
Yes, please.
Merp. We looked at the footage. From what I can see on the small LCD and from what she said, it looks like you can see it impact his body, basically right where she said. She said she came up that front leg, went just behind it. She said she felt really good with the shot. And then when you watch it, and even in full speed, you can see where it impacts. So she's texting Mom right now, giving her all the details. So we're gonna sit tight. Like I said, we're just sitting on the ground back here. So we're not even in a blind or anything, total run and gun setup, but we're gonna sit tight for a little bit, go back to the cabin. My dad is back at the cabin, so we'll go back there, talk to him, we'll put it on the big screen, well, on the relatively big screen, bigger than the LCD, take a look at it, and probably give him some time. We've shot a couple with this 350, and none of them went very far, but none of them bled really great either, so we're going to give him some time, and then we'll come back out here in a little bit and hopefully track him down pretty quick. Dear Mom, I just shot a big old buck.
The open you got one, eh?
Yeah.
Looked like a big one.
Was it a good shot?
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good job, baby.
Ooh.
That's great.
Where you going? Oh yeah? That's a mighty big deer. Hold him up. Let's see that rack. Wow. Okay. What do you think, Soph? You got anything to say?
It's awesome.
Good shot. No kidding, eh? That's a beauty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 pointer.
Yay!
He didn't go very far. I kind of said that when we were, after the initial shot, I said with this 350, they don't go real far, but we don't see a ton of blood, and that was the case again. We did not see much blood, or any blood really, but I mean, it's definitely a lung hit. You can see the lung bubbles on the side here, so it definitely hit, was in a good spot, made a good shot, and he didn't go, I mean, you can kind of see the edge of the woods back there. So he didn't go very far, which is good. So she did a good job. She put a good shot on him, and you know, now we'll have some fun. We'll take some pictures, get them all set up here.
I really didn't think that would work. I really thought he was going to run away as soon as he found him. It was really hard to find him because he didn't leave many very noticeable tracks, and he didn't leave much blood. But we definitely found him. He's definitely dead. So I'm happy.
Good. Good, good. What do you say to Papa for helping?
Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome.
All right. Did you have fun today?
Yeah.
A short hunt. Your two deer have both been short hunts.
Mm-hmm. And they've also both been bucks.
Yeah. Off to a good start. So. Alright, as you can see, we are heading back up to the truck. It's coming up on 10 o'clock. So, sat for a while. Saw a bunch of deer early, which is kind of normal for down here. I always, you know, when we're hunting down here during the regular season, I always say you'll get a first light, and then about an hour later, you tend to get a lot of movement, that 1 hour mark, and that's how it was today. That buck came through right around that 1 hour mark, and then after he left, a few more, a doe and a couple fawns came through, and then that was about it. So, gonna head back up. This is September 10th today, so we got a long time till it gets dark. I think dark tonight's 8:30 something like that. So, got a long midday. We'll go hang out and try to come up with a plan for this afternoon. We got a couple ideas, so check the wind, check the weather, and see what we want to do for this afternoon. So. Next time you see us, we'll be probably heading out, getting ready for that afternoon hunt. Well, this should be interesting. This is something we've never done before. We're sitting a couple rows deep into a cornfield, watching a little area that kind of in the middle of the cornfield almost, that they don't plant, so it's just overgrown. It backs up to the woods. Inside those woods is a staging area, like food plot, that we've got a lot of a lot of pictures of some pretty good bucks in. We can't get in and hunt that plot in this setup, but we're right where they kind of come in and out of that plot. I walked down there earlier, and there's also a scrape on the field edge, so we're kind of looking into another edge of corn, the edge of the woods, and there's a scrape down there, so should be an interesting evening. Definitely running gunny. You can see he's set up. He's got the tripod set up. Looking out over there. When I walked down there earlier, you can't see him in this corn, so we should be pretty well hidden. If anything comes out, it'll be well within range, and hopefully the right deer steps out and get it done. This is the evening hunt on the last day of Michigan's youth season, so if we don't get it done this afternoon, we gotta wait a little while till the regular season opens. So we'll see what happens. Should be interesting. It's just after 6 p.m. We had 4 does show up right where we thought they were, kind of where the corn meets the woods there, right where that scrape is. So the wind is definitely swirling. It's supposed to be like east-northeast, which would be coming right across kind of this way. And those does came out and acted kind of funny, so I got some milkweed out and was floating it. Some were going right to where those does were, some were going behind us, some were going across, so I don't know, it's definitely swirling, which could be problematic, but we'll see. We still got about 2 hours, a little over 2 hours till dark, so see if anything else shows up. Well, up into this point of the weekend, everything had been coming up roses. We've been seeing a bunch of deer. My daughter already had her deer down. We were just on cloud 9. As you can see in this video, we had some deer right up close to us, had an awesome encounter, got some great footage of those deer. As soon as those deer started to wander off, my son looked up and saw a buck on the edge of the corn. I grabbed the camera, was starting to film, and it's tough when you're filming sitting in the corn like that. You're trying to film and focus on the deer and not the corn stalks or the leaves and everything else, and I was fighting with that a little bit, and my son decided he was going to pass that first buck that came out, and no sooner than he made that decision, another buck came out. He said, "That's my shooter." We got the buck stopped. He took the shot. I was filming the whole thing, or so I thought. As he shot, that buck ran off. I looked down at the camera, and much to my disappointment, I was not recording. I somehow, when I was fighting with the focus and everything else, I double punched the record button, and we didn't get his shot on film. Thankfully, as soon as we realized that first buck actually came back, and he went right back in front of us again, so we got some footage of that, which you'll see here in a second, but we didn't get the shot on film. So a little disappointed with that, but you'll see all the post-shot and recovery and everything starting right now. But just wanted to jump in real quick and kind of claim fault for that, and it was a real bummer, but in the end, everything worked out well, and it certainly didn't ruin the hunt.
Just showed you the video of probably, and I was like, I looked at him in the scope. We seen one this morning. He was about the same, and I decided I wasn't gonna shoot him. And then as soon as he walked out of our shooting lane, I look back, and there's a nice 8-point, maybe 9-point, walking behind him. As soon as I seen him, I'm shooting. I put on the gun muffs, and I told my dad to stop him. And he was like, "You ready?" I'm pretty sure I smoked him. He jumped right when I shot him, and then Dad said he think he went down right in the corn. Oh, that's bigger than my other buck, I'm pretty sure. That's a really nice buck, though.
That other buck is still standing there. I have no idea. I was watching the first buck in the camcorder on the LCD screen, fighting to get him on camera through this corn. Jacoby said that other buck was coming. Stand still. That other buck is there. Don't panic him. If that other deer is laying there, just be still. Just kneel down. You want to try and keep that buck calm, because if your buck is laying in there and then that buck blows or stops or takes off, it's not going to help our situation. Okay, that other buck just left. So I was watching the first buck in the camera, and then he said, "Big buck, big buck, big buck," and I panned, I saw the buck. I was moving around to try to get on him. I stopped him for him. I had the other buck in the screen, but not quite 100% in focus. He shot. The buck did a big mule kick, turned right into the corn, and I think he dropped. I went to look at the footage, and I don't have footage of either of the bucks. So somehow, when I was trying to find a lane through this corn, I must have double punched the record or something.
We're gonna walk over to where we think he's seen him go into the corn and look and see if we can see him or see if we have blood or anything.
Lead me down this road, I guess.
Oh, I see him. Yes.
That's like the toughest track job I think I've ever done. And he didn't go, what, you think he went 30 yards to the corn? I mean, that tree is right there.
He might have gone 50, like they have been with that gun, but this is the most blood we've ever had, so I'm thinking maybe a heart shot, but we haven't seen him yet.
That's the hardest trail I've ever, or blood trail, and he was spraying still.
That's pretty good.
Oh yeah, I smoked them. He's a little smaller than I thought he was, but he's still pretty good. 7 o'clock, Spike and a fawn and then a doe came out, and they apparently they wanted to come sit with us because they walked into about 15 yards. All three of them did it. The Spike didn't see us. He stood there for a second and stared us down. Fawn didn't see us, but then the doe, she was the last one to come in, and she came in to about 10 yards, spotted us, seen something wasn't right. She blew once and kind of just trotted off. So that was kind of hurt a little bit, because normally when they blow it kind of awares the area. And around, what was it, 7:45, 8 o'clock? Actually it's about the same kind of 8-pointer that we seen. This morning I passed up, and behind him came this guy, and I wasn't passing this guy. I'm pretty sure I got heart and double lung, and he was spraying the whole way, but it was hard. It was super hard to track through the corn. This is the hardest blood trail I've ever had, and it might have been the best spraying blood trail I've ever had. Like spraying like up here on the corn, but it was hard to track through this corn because you can't see 5 feet in front of you. But we found him. He probably went 50 yards, I bet. But yeah, I don't know. He's a good buck. It's been a good weekend. Sophie got her first big buck, and I got my second good buck. So it'll be a good year I'm out for my room.